way to go to Wilder Ranch in Santa Cruz. Come on! Wilder Ranch State Park is located off Highway 1, just south of the Seymour Discovery Museum and Natural Bridges. The park was formerly a dairy ranch, and many of the ranch buildings have been restored for use as a museum. Visitors can discover California's early ranching history and experience what life was like a century ago on this innovative dairy ranch. They usually have hour-long tours on weekends at 1 o'clock. Make sure to call the park to confirm. Today, we are going on a coastal hike. We will be taking the Old Cove Landing Trail down to Fern Grotto Beach. Along the coast, it's very moist because the ocean is nearby, so we spotted a lot of mushrooms along the trail, even though there was plenty of sunlight and hardly any tree shade. We stopped to play with a pill bug for a moment. Do you know another name for this bug? Did you say roly-poly? That's right. These bugs are from the crustacean family. That's the same family as lobsters in the ocean. And they are the only crustaceans that have completely adapted to living on land. Pretty cool, right? This plant is a type of hemlock. Some hemlock can be terribly poisonous, just ask Socrates, and it is everywhere along the coast. Remember, one of our rules of big trees is to never eat things we find on hikes. Hemlock is one reason why. I think this is the herb hemlock and not the poisonous type, but it's better to be safe, right? Hemlock is quite easy to identify because of its umbrella-shaped flowers and these gorgeous leaves similar to the ones you find on carrots. Hey guys, when we see signs out on trails, let's make sure we follow the rules. Don't be like those guys. Throughout the hike, you'll find the most amazing wildflowers. These ones are called seaside daisies. Aren't they gorgeous? In another video, we'll talk about the importance of flowers, what we use them for, what animals use them for, and why they look the way they look. So be sure to check back for another video about flowers. Eventually, your hiking trail takes you to the coast, and you are greeted with the most amazing view of the ocean. Along the coast, there are plenty of places to sit. So that's what we did and had a picnic as we watched the ocean ebb and flow in and out. As we had our picnic, we started looking at the rock we were sitting on, and we noticed it was sedimentary rock. And then we started noticing all of these holes that are in the rock. And there wasn't just one or two. The whole rock was covered with lots of holes, some small, some big. These holes are made by mollusks called pitics. Mollusks are in the same family as snails. Pitics attach themselves to rocks and start carving out tunnels where they live. As it grows in size, it chisels out the walls of its rocky home to expand them. Although they seem super tough, they're actually really fragile, and once their shells are exposed to the ocean, they crumble up. So if you see rocks with holes in it, you are likely looking at the handiwork of a pitic. After our picnic, we decided to continue with our hike and walked along the coast. Look how high we're up. Guys, the waves were crashing so hard against these rocks that the water was making it all the way up to where we were standing. It was like listening to thunder. It was pretty amazing. This hike was so beautiful that we pretty much stayed the entire day. not because it was a super long hike, but because we had to stop every so often just to take in how beautiful everything looked. Eventually, we reached the trail marker for Fern Grotto Beach, so we started hiking down. And down. And down. And down some more, until we finally reached the steps that led to the beach. And after all of that walking, you know what we were rewarded with? An absolutely gorgeous private beach. On the beach, we discovered a lot of different stone art. Balancing rocks on top of each other is called cairns. In another video, I'll talk more about cairns and why they're good and bad. And guys, even though this beach is absolutely breathtaking, it was not the end of our adventure. Hey guys, so a little bit away from the beach, there are these little caves that are coming out from inside the hillside, and so we're going to explore one of them. They look something like out of our area, something wild and crazy, so come on, let's go check it out. So remember the name of this beach, Fern Grotto? Well, grotto means cave. And what are those? That's right, ferns. Jungle even. This is amazing. Can you hear it dripping? Come on in, come closer. Let's take a look even deeper in the cave. First of all, look how huge and beautiful these ferns are. Oh my goodness, should we turn them over? Should we look for their spores? Do these have spores? These don't have spores. You see that? That's in my camera. There you go. These don't. Now look how they vine. Look at how they're vining up these rocks. And look at this cave. Look at that, it goes deep in there. Deep underneath this huge hillside. Can you see how the water is dripping? Let's go even further in. The cave is lined with sword and bracken ferns, and that water dripping from the ceiling, well, that's all the water that's been captured up above where we were walking, either from rain or from the ocean, and it's coming through the sedimentary rock and dripping into this cave. Wild, you guys. We were just taking a coastal walk, and now we're exploring caves. Pretty wild at Wilder Ranch, indeed. So we're walking back from the beach, and we're looking out in the ocean, and my daughter saw some whales spouting out there. So cool. What a beautiful day. You guys have got to come check out this magical place. Well, that's Wilder Ranch. I hope you had a good time with us today. Until next time, see you later. Goodbye.